Hey guys, Marstingan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and of course the anniversary is approaching very quickly. It is going to be 2 weeks from today that this video goes up that the banners should be live in the game. So this is going up on Friday the 25th of June. So 2 weeks from now is going to be Friday the 9th of July. And if we look back at the previous anniversary LRs, the dates that the banners came to global was the 9th of July. So I would expect the same thing again, especially because it's a Friday. They always seem to drop banners on specific days, like normal Dokkan Fest or LR banners very often drop on a Monday or a Tuesday. But yeah, Friday is a very fitting day for the anniversary to begin, especially because a lot of people is going to free you up for the weekend to start doing all of these events. Now, a ton of events come out with this anniversary. Some of them are time gated, like some of these ones further down here don't come out until part 2 or even right near the end of the anniversary itself. But there is going to be a lot of stuff to do, especially with the amount of units that come out. I mean, just from the actual LR banners themselves, you can pull all of these units, and that is going to require a lot of work when it comes to awakening everybody, getting all of your units ready for the various different events. So I thought I would put together this very quick guide of things that you can do now in the next 2 weeks to make sure that you are completely ready for everything that the anniversary throws at you, so that you don't have to waste any time or doing things that you could have done in this sort of dead period that we're in at the moment. Because even if you did summon for Tapion and Minosha and you're having a bit of fun using them, there's not really much else to do. The countdown to the anniversary campaign is going to start fairly soon, with some like free rewards, but really other than like the upcoming world tournament, which most people don't like to do anyway, there's not a huge amount to do on global. So these are some things that you can do in the meantime to take advantage of this quiet period. Okay, so the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the various awakening medals that you can farm ahead of time, so that you don't have to waste as much time on the day when you pull the new units, and you can just jump straight into getting them awakened and using them. Because obviously the AGL UI Goku is considered by many to be the best unit in the game still on JP. I know a lot of people are probably going to prioritize his banner over the Vegeta banner. Now, just like every year with the new anniversary LRs, there is going to be his own Dokkan event, which you need 35 medals for to awaken him to his TUR phase. But then once he's awakened to TUR, you need another 35 of those medals. So the actually new event, you only need 70, not 77. But you do also need 35 of the previous UI Goku event medals. So obviously those ones are available to be farmed right now. Being a super int based event, it means that that event is available every Sunday and every Wednesday if you don't want to have to use keys, or obviously it's available every day with keys. With the fact that we got 2 weeks to go, I would say wait until the actual day that you can do it without the keys. But yeah, 5 runs on the stage will get you the UI Goku medals that you need to awaken him. And then on the day, you're only going to have to run the 10 runs on the actual new event, and then he's going to be ready to go. So obviously same up again, we have the Int Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta. His first step again requires 35 medals from his own new Dokkan event, and then once he gets to TUR, to awaken him to LR, you need 35 of the new medals again. And then for this one, his is split slightly differently, so you need 21 of the existing SSBE medals for the AGL, and then you need 14 of the medals from the Int Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta event. So again, for the Int one, same as the UI Goku, Wednesday and Sunday, and then for the AGL Blue Evolution Vegeta, it will be Mondays for AGL, and then obviously Sunday, because all super types are on Sunday. So I would go ahead and farm these up, get them ready again, so you can just awaken him straight away. Then next up, we have the LR units that are coming in part 2. Now obviously you have a lot more time to get these guys farmed up if you want to pre-farm the medals. I know some people, even for the actual anniversary version, the top legendary summon, a lot of people don't go crazy on the LR banners, so it's not always necessarily worthwhile to pre-farm everything for them for the release of their first banner, because depending on how deep you want to go, you might not pull them. I remember for the 4th anniversary, I pre-farmed a bunch of the baby Vegeta from the free-to-play story event, so I could get the super attack up to 10 for the LR, and then didn't pull the LR baby for almost a year, so those Vegetas were all just sat in my box doing nothing. So this guy does actually have a farmable super attack from the Angel Freezer from the story event as well, so it's kind of funny that you'd kind of be in the same boat. But if you want to pre-farm the medals for this guy, 35 of the medals from the Int Angel Golden Freezer event, so Wednesdays and then Saturday for Extreme, and then once he gets up to TUR, he will then, of course, awaken into the Freezer, and 17 requires 35 of the physical Angel Freezer medals, so that's Friday and Saturday, or the, and the physical 17 Dokkan Fest medals, 35 of those as well, so that will be Friday or Sunday. So those are all pre-farmable. They don't require any of the new medals at all, so you could pre-farm all of these, and then if you do pull them, you can awaken them up to LR straight away. And then the same for the Int Android 17. He also has a farmable super from one of the Tournament of Power events. He requires 35 of the physical Android 17 medals to awaken to TUR. And then once he goes up to TUR, he will need a bunch of medals from different events. 21 more of the 17, 21 of the LR Blue Boys, 21 of the Angel Freezer, and then 21 of the Tech Ultimate Gohan. So of course, again, all of these medals are available in the game now, so all of these can be pre-farmed, so that if you do pull the LR, you are able to get him up to full LR status straight away without having to worry about any farming once you've actually pulled him. Of course, like I say, the 2 LRs do come out slightly later in the celebrations, so there's not as much rush. And then the other thing that's worth pre-farming, I would say, if you want to do this, obviously, so to save as much time as possible, the physical free-to-play UI Goku gets an awakening, and then later in the celebration gets an LR. Now, the awakening medals that he uses do come from a new event that doesn't drop until the anniversary events come out, but once he awakens, he does get an Easy A. So it's probably worth farming up another copy of him to SA5 so that you have 2 of them ready to go. And then obviously once the event actually does drop, you can farm up the medals to awaken your main one and the secondary one. And then as soon as that Easy A comes out, you're going to have a second one at SA5 ready to feed in to get the full super attack 15. So in terms of the new units that are coming out, these are the medals that you can pre-farm. Obviously, on the actual banners, we have the Gohan that awakens into Gohan and Piccolo, and the Freezer that awakens into Freezer and Gohan. Both of those use the new medals from the new Dokkan event, so you can't pre-farm any of those. But these are medals and, of course, one free-to-play card that you can pre-farm in the build-up to the anniversary, so that you don't have to waste any time once those banners have actually dropped. Okay, so next up I wanted to talk about a couple of units that are available in the game, have been around for a while now, that are going to Easy A during the celebration, that I think you should probably prioritize link leveling starting now if you haven't already. Obviously for Global, we got the Representatives of Universe 7 mission for the GT Legendary Goku event alongside the JP version, but it is considerably more difficult on Global because we don't have all the anniversary stuff available. So I think a lot of people probably will have done this or started doing this already, but I just wanted to highlight a couple of units here that I think you should be link leveling if you haven't started doing so already. So of course the first one is Int Easy A Goku. Once he gets his Easy A, he is, I think, in my opinion, by far the best Realm of Gods category leader, because even though his leader skill is slightly lower than Beerus, being at 160 instead of 170, it is 160 across the board for all stats. And I don't like using Beerus as the Realm of Gods leader because apart from bringing like a Whis or a Vados, he doesn't link up well with the rest of the team. Whereas UI Goku, even if you don't want to run him as a main rotation unit, he's got really good links that will link up with the rest of the team that you would run on Realm of Gods. Because, let's be fair, even though it is Realm of Gods, like, the most powerful version of the team is pretty Saiyan or Fusion centric. So having links like Prepared for Battle over in a Flash, Kamehameha, those are going to be super useful compared to the Beerus. Now obviously at the start of the anniversary, unless they change it up last minute, we're not going to have the same name update. So when this guy first got his Easy A on JP, there was a lot of argument and discussion over whether it was worth running him over the STR UI. But obviously we know that isn't going to be an issue once we get to like the end of the anniversary and they actually start to introduce the same name update. So this guy definitely worth link leveling. After his Easy A, he's an absolute beast. I still see people now in discussing like who is the best Easy A, putting this guy in the top 3. Some people even rating him as number 1. So because he's a unit that's been around for a long time, obviously he originally dropped on Global in May 2018. So hopefully by now you should have at least one copy of him. He's been on quite a lot of banners. Definitely worth starting to link level him. And then of course we have the free-to-play version. Now obviously he doesn't awaken until the anniversary starts, and I know a lot of people don't like to link level units that aren't awakened yet. The Super Saiyan 4 Bardock and Gohan are a good example, because they'll awaken in the future and potentially get Shattering the Limit or Fierce Battle. This guy we know gets Shattering the Limit because he awakens from story event medals. So it would mean that you'd have him at full link level 10, then he awakens, and then he's got Shattering the Limit at level 1. But personally, depending on how much you're going to use him, I think it is actually worth at least starting to do some of his links. And then once he gets his awakening, obviously you're going to be able to continue leveling them all up. The only difference with this guy, of course, is because Global doesn't get the same name update straight away, I would definitely prioritize leveling up the Int one first, and then obviously the STRLR, if you have him as well and you haven't link leveled him, I would still probably do him first, because this guy, whilst he is a really good support unit post Awakening and Easy A, you're probably not going to use him on your teams until the same name update, because he's not really worth running over either of the summonable ones. But he is definitely one to consider if you've already done the other UI sign Gokus. And then next up we of course have LR, Goku and Frieza. So technically the first summonable LR Easy A, at least it was on JP. Obviously we got Broly on Global because we had the same day celebration at the same time. But they are incredibly good. Best leader for Reps of Universe 7. They still have the highest leader skill in the game of any unit. Post Easy A, they are incredibly powerful. Very good unit. And again, the original LR released in 2018. So hopefully you've got at least one copy of them by now. And yeah, link leveling them is definitely a good idea. Because if you have these guys all link leveled ready to go, it just means as soon as you do the Easy A, you have them at their full capacity. If you still need to do things like the GT Goku event mission, they're going to be a massive boost to that team. And a lot of the events do require like Reps of Universe 7 teams to get like category buffs for the drops and things like that. So you want to have all of these units good and ready to go. And then I wanted to give a little bit of a shout out to our boy MVP 17. Now I did post a screenshot of getting these 3 units to level 10 links the other day, ready for the anniversary, and someone did question it, but no, this 17 is not getting an Easy A as part of the anniversary. He will get one at some point, but I feel like he's probably quite low on the priority list of category leaders that needs an Easy A. But he's going to be very good for this team, because Reps of Universe 7 becomes an insanely powerful team with all the units that released during the anniversary, not to mention the fact that a lot of them are LRs. And this 17, not only can he hold his own defensively in harder events, but he's also providing 3 key and 60% defense to all allies, as well as having the Tournament of Power link. So like, he's just going to be providing a ton of key and then a bunch of extra defense to your Reps of Universe 7 team, which, like I say, is almost entirely can be made up of LRs. So you can have double LR main rotations, and then you can be running this guy. After the same name update, obviously you can be running the physical UI Goku. Like, there's a couple of really strong support unit options that can back up the very LR heavy Reps of Universe 7 team. So those are a couple of units that I think are very much worth starting to link level if you haven't already, so you can have the most powerful Reps of Universe 7 team available once all of the awakenings and everything actually go live in the game. Okay, so that is it for this mini prep guide for things that you can get done now before the events actually come out. There's a couple of events that drop that I will... the God event is the main one. I will do guides for the God event. Boss Rush, obviously Boss Rush is just a joke at this point. It used to be a challenge when it first came out, because the whole point was the fact that you had to do multiple Dokkan events in a row with only one set of items. But with the power creep in the game and the fact that Dokkan events have never really gotten much more difficult, you can just no item every single Dokkan event. So it doesn't matter how many of them they make you fight in a row with the same set of items, because you just don't need to ever use any of them. So we don't need to worry about any of those. But yeah, the God event I will definitely do some mini guides for. I'll drop them a little bit closer to the anniversary actually starting. So let me know what you guys think down below. Have you done any of the things on this list? Have you done all of the things on this list? I think I have actually done everything. I think I've got all of the medals pre-farmed. There might be one more event one I need to get, but in terms of everything that we've covered in this guide, I've done basically all of this apart from starting to link level the physical UI Goku, because I only recently finished the int one, but I'll probably throw him onto the team once I get a slot available, because my current link level team everyone has like 1 or 2 links to go to 10. But let me know what you guys are planning to do. Are you going to pre-farm any of it at all? You're just not going to bother? I do think if you're only going to do one thing out of the stuff that we covered in here, it would be farm up the UI Goku and SSBE and Blue Vegeta medals, just so if you do pull the new LRs, you only have to run their new Dokkan event, and then you can awaken them and start playing around with them without having to go back and farm the other ones. Because as part of the anniversary starting, they will make those events available, where it just means more stuff you have to go and do before you get to play with the new units. So I would definitely recommend doing that, even if you don't do any of the other stuff. But let me know what your plans are, and let me know how hyped you guys are for the anniversary. Only 2 weeks away now until we can actually start playing with the new units. How many stones do you have saved up? I am very, very hyped. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.